What you hid from me, Madison, Marcos. I never thought my story with Marcos would end like this. Not with tears, not with shouting, not with betrayal. At least, not at first. We were together for 7 years. With him, I learned how to live, how to love, how to give in, and how to dream. We made plans. Talked about kids, houses with yards, candlelit dinner 7 if it was just reheated pizza. Everything seemed perfect. Too perfect. When he got a job offer in London for a year, part of a promotion at his architecture firm, we celebrated with wine and promises. "It's only for a year, Mads. I'll be back before you know it," he said that night, hugging me from behind while I washed the dishes. "I'm not the type of woman to hold someone back out of fear," I told him. I smiled, but inside, it hurt. I knew it the moment he packed his suitcase. I took him to the airport, kissed his forehead, told him I'd wait for him. And I believed it because I didn't know he was leaving behind a broken part of himself. For the first 3 months, we talked every night. He told me about the weather, the little cafes, and the cobblestone streets. I told him about my new cooking class, nights out with friends, and how I'd learned to sleep alone. But then the calls started to space out, once a day, then 3 times a week, then messages with no reply. "Are you okay?" I texted one night. Seen, no response. I tried not to think the worst. I told myself it was the time difference, the workload, the exhaustion. But inside, I knew better. I felt it in the silence, the long pauses, the avoidance, until one day, after a week with no word, I gathered the courage and wrote, "If something changed, just tell me. I don't deserve to be left with doubts. And you don't deserve to live a lie," he replied the next day. "I'm sorry, Mads. It's not your fault. I just need time. I'm confused. I didn't ask for more. I saved the message, closed the chat, and that was the first time I cried without knowing why. 4 months later, I stopped expecting answers. I just wanted peace. One Saturday afternoon, I went for a walk. The wind was cold, but inside, suspicion burned. I sat on a bench and opened Instagram. I wasn't looking for him, but there he was. A photo. Marcos at an upscale restaurant. A blonde woman beside him, laughing. 2 wine glasses in the background. The tag led me to her profile. Public. Model. 25 years old. Among her photos, another one with Marcos. Closer. More real. I didn't cry. The pain was so dry, it didn't even come out. I went home, looked in the mirror, and asked myself, what part of me thought love was enough to make him stay? Life went on. So did I. I moved apartments, changed my haircut, started dating other people. None of them made me forget. But at least they reminded me how to smile. And just when I stopped thinking about him, every minute, he came back. I found him in a bookstore on a random Thursday. I turned a corner and there he was. Marcos. The same way he styled his hair. A new scar near his eyebrow. A face that didn't know whether to hug me or apologize. "Madison," he whispered. "Hi, Marcos," I said, my voice stronger than I thought it could be. "Can we talk?" I nodded. We went to a nearby cafe and sat across from each other. In silence, I listened. "I know I don't deserve to see you, but I had to come back. Not for work. For you." I looked at him, waiting for the truth. The real truth. "I was with someone there. I didn't tell you because I didn't know how. It wasn't planned. It was one night, and then everything spiraled. I stayed silent, because pain isn't screamed, it's swallowed." Changed. "The woman in the photos?" He nodded. "Why now?" "Because I need closure. Because you were my life, and I ruined everything." I grabbed my bag, stood up, looked him in the eyes. "You're right. You ruined everything." And I walked away. 2 weeks later, the doorbell rang. I opened it. It was Marcos. He held a letter. "Just please read it," he said. I put it on the table, didn't touch it until midnight. Inside, a note and an ultrasound photo. An ultrasound! My soul trembled. I read the note again. "She's pregnant. I have a daughter, Madison. I didn't tell you, because I didn't want to add that pain to yours. But now I want you to know the truth. Because I still love you, even though I have no right." Tears came then. Not for his daughter. Because I knew we'd never be the same again. Because I had a secret too. Months earlier, just after he went silent, I found out I was pregnant. By him. It lasted only a little while. An accident, they said. Something unavoidable. But the pain was brutal. I never told him. What for? He was already gone. But now, with his truth on the table, mine burned inside me. I called him. We met at the pier where we used to go as kids. "I lost something too," I said. I told him everything. I watched his heart break. "Madison, if only I had known." What would you have done, Marcos? Come back? Stay out of pity? He shook his head. I would have stayed for love, but love isn't enough. And at that moment, we understood the same thing. There was too much pain between us. And even though love was still there, it wasn't enough. A year later, I saw him in a park with his daughter. She had golden curls and his eyes. He smiled at me. I smiled back. I was with someone else now. Not ready to love completely, but at least it didn't hurt anymore. Because I learned something. Some people come to stay. And others come to teach you how to stay with yourself. And Marcos, even though he broke my heart, he also taught me that. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with someone who's ever loved, lost, and learned to love again. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. There are many more stories like this coming. End.